As most of you know, this is a marriage about 20 years in the making. Of all places, Michael and Christy met in a women's biology class in college, and we all know what he was thinking enrolling in that class. They were instantly drawn to each other's good looks and charisma, especially Christy, captivating blue eyes, and model Mike's luscious locks. While the time between that day and today has seen them both together and not, the love they share has never waned, and that fact is what we are here to celebrate tonight. Both Jim and Pat and Mike's family, they have both been blessed with fabulous families because look who they are today. And they're each fortunate to each be welcoming 2 new members to their families, Christy and Michael, and we can't forget Eddie and Duke. I only recently met Michael, but instantly it became apparent to me that he was perfect for Christy. His sweet, congenial nature melded perfectly with hers, and their chemistry was instantly apparent. I know y'all work every day together to outserve one another. Mike, you putting Christy above yourself, and Christy, you doing the same. Y'all have an exciting road ahead. I wish you two the very best, and I love y'all very much.
That was an excellent toast, offered by a beautiful toaster. And next we have Scott Graham, the best man, and he's going to prove to us why Michael so wisely enlisted him into duty this evening.
Yeah. Scott.
Hi everybody, I'm Scott Graham, and I have the honor and privilege to be Mike's best man. I'm sorry. So I've got a little secret I want to share with everyone. I have always known these 2 kids were going to get married. I knew it from the first time that Mike introduced me to Christy. Didn't know it was going to be 19 years later, and I was going to have a lot less hair on my head. And Mike was going to have a few more gray hairs. I also want to take this moment to mention the parents, Jim, Pat, Sherry, of their incredible patience. They are the kindest, most hospitable people I've ever met in my life. So. And Pat, I want to thank you especially for locking me into this role. It may not have happened without you. Thank you. So last week we celebrated the bachelor party and had a great time down in the French Lick. And my cousin Andrew was there, and a good friend of ours, Steve Amrine, was there. And Andrew asked us, how we all, and David was there as well. And at one point Andrew asked, how we all knew each other. And it kind of occurred to me that, of all the people that you ever meet, sometimes you're introduced to people, and sometimes you just kind of collide into somebody. Life puts you in the same place with another person, and you just kind of hit it off. So, Mike and I met at UPS in our early 20s. And to be honest with you, we didn't exactly hit it off. We never really met, but we just kind of took one look at each other, and I was just like, what is up with the Hood from Breakfast Club hairdo, and the Doc Martens, white torn up t-shirt, and he looked at me with my, thank you Christy, my mole. My Tommy can work boots, steel toes. So one night, I'm just getting hammered by some boxes. We're on the store night. And all of a sudden, I look over, and look who's helping me. The guy that I really was not that interested in meeting. And we worked together for probably about 10 minutes. We kind of gave each other the guy nod, like, what's up, man? And all of a sudden, Mike started saying something kind of under his breath, but I knew what he was saying. And these are the first words that Michael, my best friend, ever uttered to me.
Really? This is a cartoon reference. That in this corner, the crusher.
There was probably nobody in the entire UPS that would have understood what the heck that was. But I knew what it was. Obviously, Micah and I have one thing in common, at least, is that we spent way too much time watching Saturday morning cartoons. And that's how we developed our relationship that night. And then eventually we found out we had a few other things in common, like, hey, maybe this guy likes to go to Broadway, all those sort of things. So it was a few months after that Mike introduced me to Christy. And later on, Mike was, he was asking me, he's like, so what do you think about Christy? And I was like, well, she's very hot, she's funny. And, she's almost like a female version of you, so you guys are perfect for each other. So with that, I would like everybody to raise a glass, please. To Mike and Christy, two of my best friends, to long, happy, and joyous life together. Cheers.